the main thing I hate about the whole situation is that we never know 100% of the facts because we really don't know who to trust at the moment. We're just giving bits and pieces here and there, but the entire WNBA is behind Brittany and been supporting them all year with the BG logos on the court. They've all been supporting her Shoe Drive Foundation. Um, Her partner has been, on the news and advocating for her back home. So even if Brittany doesn't see it, everyone in the W is gunning for her to be home. They've kept her in their prayers and everything. So at this point, we just hope, like everyone's just hoping she gets back home safe and out of harm and back to her family.
Especially her wife. Like Jesus, she must be worried
Yeah,
sick.
yeah. I couldn't imagine how her wife and family feel at the moment. As it would be heart wrenching for me to ever go through that with a family member like that. And like her team, the Phoenix, they have not had the best season this year. You can see the effects on it because like at the end of the day, like that's their sister, and it's emotional for them, and they having a hard time playing this year because of that. Everything that's happened with her has had an entire effect, like domino effect on the league and everyone else involved who's worked close with her. Um, so yeah,
Yeah, like I don't really watch NBA all that much, but when I did hear about her, getting locked up for drugs, for like basically like drugs and stuff, I'm not gonna hold you. I thought it was like a little bit bigger than what from what Justice told me. I thought she was maybe like a good pound or ounce of weed on her, maybe probably some nicotine, probably some vape juice, enough for her to get her multiple years. But nah, it was something small, like very very small. I didn't really expect that when I first heard about it. Thought it was gonna be something majorly bigger because everybody usually in the U.S. gets be put
yeah,
in prison for like bigger pounds of weed or moving coke to a different like location. A lot of drug trafficking stuff like that. I didn't
yeah.
realize
Like
she was,
to get 9 years in prison for drugs in the U.S. means like you were like a fucking drug lord.
you got to be like El Chapo from Mexico.
At that point, yeah, yeah. At that point, so to find out that like something so small that fits in a backpack can get someone 9 years, like it's absolutely insane how other legal systems work overseas.
I like. I mean, I know. Like, if I have to say, for example, like if I'm not comparing Brittany Griner to other people, but if you just take a look of like, for example, like Young Thug and Gunna, how much charges they got and everything. And what I've heard that they supposed to be released by sometime either next week or later this month.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I'm guessing they don't have enough evidence on them. I'm guessing. I'm not sure, but
If I'm correct, their charges or something like it was just like gang affiliation charges.
yeah, but I feel like they weren't even there though.
that like they weren't there, but like they apparently had like the slightest amount of evidence enough to like charge them with like the knowings of that they are in a gang. Because I guess like I don't know how exactly it works, but I guess in some states, if it can be proved that you are affiliated with a gang in any way that has committed like any type of violent activities, like you can be charged with that just for being affiliated.
It's crazy though. Like, oh God, it's crazy. Like, just like to see the different, like how you get charged in Russia to how you get charged in the U.S. It's crazy. It's hella crazy. Like, you won't expect like something that small for you to be put up in like maybe 10 plus years, and who knows if you can get out. Like, I like obviously
Let
every
alone get out alive. Because like as much as like here's the it's not the United States justice system
oh
whatsoever.
no, yeah, they're
That
just
shit's flawed as fuck. Um, and even if the charges aren't like that high, and we may have no cruel or unusual punishment, well, there's definitely still certain prisons that perform cruel and unusual punishments to their inmates. If I'm correct, Russia don't have those checks and balances at all, where that statement even exists of making sure people are treated as if they still have somewhat rights in um, in prisons in Russia.
Like it's
So
crazy. Like it's definitely crazy.
it's flipping insane.
It is, honestly. But I really hope that she does make it back to the U.S. Okay, if they do, end up bringing her in one piece. That's the main thing. Um, that she won't get as much of a bad sentence if she does plead guilty. In the Russia, and then if wherever U.S. wants to do with her, they can.
Mhm.
If that means if she's either released from jail on probation or ankle monitor or something, then yeah. But I don't know. It's just a crazy situation of how big or how little something Russia can get you so much time just for like itty bitty stuff, like the smallest stuff.
Yeah,
It's crazy, but that's how the world is at the end of the day. So
it's like
I
it's
just
not like it's so weird to like believe like that like just the timing of how everything happened. COVID regulations were going up. The W was out of the bubble, so they were gonna have like a, another season where like less COVID regulations for the league, and people were gonna be more comfortable, on the court. There wasn't that much. There wasn't social distancing on the courts anymore. The stadiums were gonna be filled back up again because like they had actually gotten a lot of fans during the COVID year because like more games were starting to be televised. So the build up, everyone was excited. And like here's the thing, Phoenix, her team for Phoenix was like immediately based off of like the way their roster was looking, was like immediate pick to be like the number one seed for this season because it was supposed to be like Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi, Skylar Diggins, um, the Shields, like the just Jacqueline Jones, like just like those five names on their own in the W are powerful freaking names, and people were expected to be like the power five of the league. And then as soon as Brittany was gone, people were like, "What the crap's gonna happen to Phoenix?" Like, and unfortunately, they've had an awful season this year, and I wish them the best next season, and I hope they can push through until we get BG back. But it's like the domino effect of how it's affected everyone in the league and the fan base, but it's also like united them. Like the teams have all been working for the same cause of getting her back. Is it's
hmm
just it's amazing to see, but it's equally heartbreaking to see how everyone's reacting.
oh no, 100%. Oh god, but it just I don't know how they're gonna you know I don't know how they're gonna do this whole trial. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you like with me. I literally thought when I saw Brittany Griner for the first time, the pictures, I literally thought she was a dude.
My mother has said the same thing, but Brittany has looked the same since she played in college with Baylor. She's just always had like very like masculine features. And honestly, it like that may have been like a slight advantage for her when it came to being like the pro baller she is, because the girl is a beast on the court. I remember watching her play when she played for Baylor, and like just like and seeing her go to the W, like I'm proud to say I knew Brittany Griner's name before the situation, but it's like that's someone I looked up to. That I've looked up to for since I was a kid when it came to basketball in the league. Um, so it definitely like it's a bit more emotional for me than I like to let on. Um, but I just hope for the best. I hope for the best possible outcome I can get in this moment and for her, uh, and that she can heal from whatever she's experiencing, and so can the fans and the teams and her family heal from this experience as well. So I just got to keep in my prayers and honestly hope for the best because that's the most I can do.